Welcome back, lady. Sorry about that. My microphone wasn't even close to my mouth. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Koopzilla. This is another StarCraft 2 broadcast. And kaboo! This is game number 3 between EGIdra and AcerElfi. I'm going to spoil games number 1 and 2 for you if you want to watch them. Go check them out on my channel. Are you ready? Game number 1, EGIdra came ahead with some impeccable macro and was able to basically just wipe AcerElfi off the map. Elfi did not harass enough, and he pushed out with, what in my opinion, too many gateways. So it wasn't quick enough, and he just paid for it in the end. And in game number 2, Acer just did the opposite of what he did in game number 1. He expanded really fast, he held EGIdra off, and he harassed pretty heavily with a big Phoenix cloud, and was able to keep EGIdra on his toes, and came away with the game. So we'll see just how each player chooses to change up their game right now. We do see a gateway first for AcerElfi. In the past 2 games, he forged fast, expanded first. In this little situation, it's a little bit hard because he would have to wall off maybe here or something. It's a little bit wide. And then EGIdra can just come in here, break this down with lings, and he'd be pretty vulnerable. So it's kind of hard to fast expand against a player like EGIdra on this map. As for EGIdra, he is most definitely fast expanding. Looks like he got a 15 hatch or a 14 hatch, probably a 15 hatch, and a 15 pull. So that is a pretty awesome macro-based build right there. Just right down to the perfect timings and everything like that. And AcerElfi sliding in at the last possible second, sees this little hatchery and going to move up. This is the last places he scouted. He scouted all of those bases before he came to this one. Bad luck, Elfi. Bad luck. But it's not going to hurt him that much. He does see that EGIdra is expanding fast, but that's to be expected from a player like EGIdra who just loves to macro. And as this pops, we'll probably be seeing 2 queens come up. There's the first queen, and this one will pop, and another queen will be built probably, and there it is. EGIdra's always out there to please. So we do see a do we see a zealot on the field already? He's going stalker first. I think he's getting the first unit as a stalker. Yes, first unit on the field's a stalker. Very interesting. Not very common. Usually we see zealot first, but we'll just see kind of what this might be used for. He might be using it to scout, kill off overlords, get some map control. These 2 lings will definitely go down, at least one of them. Poor little guy, he's just a boy. And this ling will go down as well, as stalkers can outrange a ling by a long ways. And a little run by. I don't know what's going on here. We see 4 lings coming out. They will be able to get us around. And with the addition of this queen, just kind of doing a little bit of harass. Keeping this stalker alive good. EGIdra has kind of making him produce a little bit more zerglings than he wanted. 2 stalker harassments. Pretty dang good. I see that. I'm going to peek up here, see what kind of is building up here. We see a little bit of a wall going down, so he's just kind of using this to attack and expand, microing the damaged ones to the back, letting their shields regenerate. But oh my gosh, that's a lot of lings. We don't want them to, the medic ball boost is not quite finished, so the stalkers can run away with ease, not get surrounded. In the meantime, EGIdra is expanding. And right around the 5-minute mark again, you know, EGIdra likes to do that. I didn't catch it going down at first, that's why I said 5 minutes, probably like 5 minutes 30 seconds or something. You could go back in time, you could re-watch this replay and see if I was close, but that's just my experience in watching EGIdra's replays. And so now quite a big force coming down. These stalkers are on hold position, you see, so the lings cannot do a run by. They will start to work on these rocks over here. Actually destructible debris. And Elfi knows what's going down. So we might see a wall here. We might just see him trying to take out some of these. We see these sentries might be able to help Elfi out quite a bit. And we see a robotics facility going down. That is good for Elfi. In the meantime, EGIdra's third has finished before Elfi's second has even finished. So EGIdra is just out macroing like a champ. This might be another repeat of game number 1, where EGIdra just out macros just like a baller, and there's nothing Elfi can really do about it. So Elfi's trying to pick off some of these. They might get a good surround if he's not careful. Ooh, EGIdra backs out before anything goes down. Good, good force field from Elfi, fending. What am I trying to say? Keeping the lings at bay. I'll just say it in a different way because I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is. And some more gateways going down. Is that a total of 5? Total of 5 gateways. Elfi likes getting a lot of gateways, but with on 2 bases you need 5 gateways. 4 gateways is plenty for 1. And looks like he researched hallucination. You're going to get some good scouts off. EGIdra did get owned by Phoenix last time, so he might be thinking, oh my gosh. And I don't know if he's going to notice if this is a real or... Oh, and he sees the shooting. He knows that they are fake now because hallucinated Phoenix do no damage. And so now he can see that, oh, they're just hallucinated. I don't need to worry about Stargates. That would have been bad if he would have let that been known, but if he was able to get a by without letting any shots get thrown down on Overlords, they are kind of moving. I don't... Maybe he doesn't think... I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But we see the debris is down, trying to move in, but AcerElfi is securing his 3rd expansion. EGIdra will be needing to expand again, and there he goes. Always on top of his game. I learned everything I know from EGIdra anyways. That's kidding. I learned a lot from what I know from other players like StarCraft, HD, StarCraft, and the Ice Fisher build. I love that one. With Spanishiwa, if you're not familiar with what his build is called. And anyways, we have this Ling sitting out here, keeping eye on if the Protoss are going to move out, and more gateways going down. What's going down? We have some Colossus coming out, only 1 Robo. No Blink being researched, no Charge being researched. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with that. Finally a Forge going down to get some upgrades. So many gateways. I'd like to hear what other people think about how many gateways Elfi gets. Just so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, at 11 minutes into the game, he's just on 2 bases, barely getting his 3rd up. Is that too many? It just seems like a lot to me. I just don't think other players do that. It doesn't seem to work out that great for him. Because now EGIdra has so many more units than Elfi does because Elfi hasn't been building units. He's been busy building gateways. He's not even using them all. So I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below of what these gateways are worth, and if they're not worth anything, if it's just a bunch of crap, if he's just using it for a wall. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. But EGIdra's doing the damage with the Roches. I think he's getting Hydras. I don't know about that. With a Colossus on the field, Hydras will just completely die pretty quick. He might be looking to do some spray. Oh, that's what they were for. Yeah, I was going to say that. These Overlords looking to spread some creep, getting some extra movement for the Hydralisk. Force field keeping them on there. And Acer is going to be able to hold us off. But we see the units streaming in so fast, there's basically a creep highway having to funnel in, keeping the sentries alive to be able to force field some narrow choke points. And we have another Stalker, or another Colossus on the field doing some heavy damage. But look how many units are flooding in with this creep highway. I love this creep highway. I've only seen it done a couple times, and it's actually an older version of StarCraft 2. You know, back in the like maybe a year ago, back in November or something, a year ago, they used to see a lot of creep highway with these overlords, but I don't see it very much anymore. It's all about the creep spread with creep tumors, not so much the creep highway. But we'll see just kind of what goes down. We do see the benefit of all these guys getting warped in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 getting warped in at a time. That's pretty awesome. So I don't know. I'm still kind of conflicted on the amount of gateways these guys got. This guy has. So I don't know. We see EGIdra is maxed out already. He's getting a Spire as well as an Infestation Pit as well as a ton of Spine Crawlers. As HD calls it, the Wall of Crawl. Is it HD? I hope it's HD. I hope I'm crediting the right person. I definitely did not come up with that clever name, the Wall of Crawl. And the Spore Crawler in for a good mix in case some DTs come in. A lot of times players will get DTs. You know, when they're seeming like they're down, they need to come back in the game. DTs are always a good way to, you know, just climb your way back up. Now EGIdra is completely maxed out. He's starting to build up quite a bit of supply. He has 6 Corruptors on the way. Might be going for Broodlords. We see Hive is being morphed in right now, and some Zillions get a nice little run by. Going to get some great scouting, and maybe even not that great of a little trick you're doing there, EGIdra. I've seen it done before. Spanishiwa loves doing that trick, but EGIdra kind of failed on that one. Maybe killed a couple probes, but not enough. And so now EGIdra is going to be kind of wiped out from these Corruptors if he's not careful, but some good force fields will keep Elfi in the game. Corruptor's trying to move in. He's keeping the Stalkers in front, not able to get in there with the Corruptors, and the Hydralisk will burn pretty quickly. Going to move in for a little bit of a flank, keep some of that fire down, and we see EGIdra going to get some. But he's so many minerals. He's maxing out. He's maxing out. A ton of roaches on the way. I'm not sure if he'll be able to clean it up. He probably will. So many roaches. How can you deal with that? But them filing in one at a time. Elfi's going to be able to take him out pretty dang easily. If he's not careful, he's going to lose a Colossus. Oh my gosh. 1 hit point on that monster Colossus. Oh my. Keep it alive. I want to keep that guy up. His shields are rebuilding. EGIdra moving in. He wants to pick off the... Oh, and the Colossus goes down. Able to pick it off. Getting a nice little concave. Not doing so good on the macro back home at Protoss base. We see a lot of minerals. Some Stalkers being warped in. And as for EGIdra, look at how many minerals he has. He's morphing in so many roaches with this many bases. Oh, that's not a base. With this many bases and that many minerals and that little gas, roaches are definitely the way to go. You can just max out over and over again, send them in, do the damage, re-max out. You know, it's definitely a good way to go, especially if you have... Oh, what? There we go. 2 attack upgrade and 1 armor upgrade for the Roach and the Hydra. And he has built or researched the burrow, so the roaches will be able to heal up completely very quickly, and now they are healed. He might be looking to move out once again now that he's maxed. More spine crawlers being thrown down. I wish I could click on them and find out where they are. Where they go? Is the Wall of Crawl dead? Did Acer kill off the Wall of Crawl? I think he did. I don't even know where the Wall of Crawl is. These lings running by trying to look for any expansions. Elfi does need to expand again. He's running out of minerals pretty dang bad. Completely run out. almost run out and almost run out. He needs to expand really bad, and he's not. He's going to fall behind. This is where you need to expand. You need to attack EGIdra. You can't let him get this far ahead. And Elfi is doing just that. Not, Oh, there he goes. He catches that little... Is he wearing pants? Looks like he's wearing pants. Oh, that was awesome. I didn't notice that before. Never noticed that. But look at this giant ball that Elfi has going on. You know, that could easily take out a pile of lings and a pile of roaches if microed well enough. And it doesn't really matter. EGIdra needs to move out, but he is getting that wall of crawl once again. Oh no, and the lings get a run by, but a clutch warp in by this zealot will allow those lings to be taken away. Good micro by Elfi. Good catch. Throwing down his nexus finally right next door to the wall of crawl. We'll see just kind of what goes down. This is a tricky situation for both players. More Colossus being warped in from higher, only one at a time though. I kind of disagree with that. I think take away a couple of those gateways, get another robotics facility, you know, you'll be set. But who am I to say that? These guys are pros. They know what they're doing. AcerElfi did take down EGIdra in the last game, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it again. Oh no, and the Broodlords are morphed in. This is not looking good. Does Blink even research? Blink is researched. He might be able to get in, but if... oh, it blinks away carefully. Stay alive. Getting those broodlings, getting run for their money, going on a marathon. But he did get a nice little scout of that. I think, does broodlings scout? Do broodlings scout? I don't know. That's a good question. We'll just, that doesn't matter. He's scouted it already. He's run by with his lings. He knows that expansion is there, and I mean EGIdra. And EGIdra is looking to push out. He is completely maxed. You don't want the Protoss to get maxed out as well. That would not be good for EGIdra. And the Broodlords are busy hacking away their little broodlings. Wants to keep these in. He blinks in, getting to pick off a couple Broodlords, but the force of EGIdra is moving in as well. And we see, I don't know really who's coming away in this game. EGIdra's staying ahead. You see 12, every time he loses a unit, more units are getting built. He's staying maxed ahead, and this is where EGIdra comes ahead. Oh no! And our Protoss player is not morphing anything. We still see him move very more. What's he doing? His macro is just falling. Oh no, and Elfi is falling behind. Oh my gosh. And that is where we see the macro taken ahead. Look at how many minerals and gas AcerElfi has sitting in the bank. Why wasn't he morphing in? Why wasn't he warping in all the stuff? He could have been, he could have been, he could have been. He had enough units. He had enough gateways to. Oh, so many gateways. 10, 11 gateways. Oh, he might have been able to take it away. I don't know. EGIdra had so many bases, so much wall of crawl. And EGIdra is able to take it away. So now it is 2 to EGIdra, 1 for AcerElfi. We'll see just who is able to come ahead in the next game. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Koopzilla. Stay tuned for game number 4. It might be the final game. It is match point. We will see. See you next time. GG.